Let's start with Mark DeRosa, who's over with Dylan Bundy. Mark?
All right, Flo, I wanted you to come in for a while because one of the guys that I had the most respect for in the game is the late Kevin Towers. He has done everything in this game, and a lot of people around baseball miss him. But I remember 2 years ago being in Pebble Beach, playing Pebble Beach with the boys in that World Series of golf, and we were having a drink, and I said, you've seen everything. You've come through the minor leagues. Who's the best high school pitcher you've ever scouted? And my mind's going to like Roger Clemens and whoever it may be. And without hesitation, he said, Dylan Bundy. I mean, how dominant were you in high school? On Gatorade Player of the Year 3 years in a row. People couldn't handle you, huh?
I mean, I guess you could say that. But yeah, I mean, I threw a lot harder back then in high school, and then, you know, I had a little bit different pitch arsenal and speeds like that. And you know, I owe it all to my brother and my dad. You know, they kind of taught me everything I know about pitching. So, and they were able to work me and get me up to those speeds and throwing the ball the way I did back then. And
then you dealt with, obviously, your fair share, Tommy John, some different injuries along the way. But I wanted to ask you, in high school, were you did you have the nasty slider that you possess now?
Yeah, I called it a cutter back then. It was around 89, 92 mile an hour back then. And now it's obviously a lot slower, and I call it a slider. So they're both getting swing and misses, though, so I'll take either one of them.
So you were straight, in high school, you were straight four-seamer, cutter, and curveball?
Yeah, and a few changeups, yeah.
A few changeups wrinkled in, and then a slider. Tell me how, I mean, it's become your bread and butter pitch. You kind of scrapped it for a while. Because of the injury?
Yeah, I had Tommy John in 13, and I came back from that, and I really wasn't wanting to throw it just because every time I threw it, it felt like it cramped up or pulled on my flexor mass muscle in my forearms. So I quit throwing it for a year, and then I pitched a full year in the big leagues without throwing it, and then brought it back last year.
Take me inside the mindset of Dylan Bundy on the mound. Are you trying to strike everyone out? Are you pitching to contact and trusting your defense? I know Billy Rip did a great breakdown of 1-2, putting guys away with sliders. Are you trying? You don't care. It's about W. I can tell you're old school. There's a lot of new age in you, but you're an old school mentality on the mound.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of throwing all your pitches with conviction, and you're going to throw them. And yeah, I mean, you go for a strikeout, and if you don't get a strikeout, you get weak contact. So either one works, you know. But there's certain situations, you know, you might need a two-seamer to get a ground ball and double play and get out of the inning, or sometimes you might need a strikeout with a guy on third, you know.
Are you a guy that? Because it's drizzle, rain, 38 degrees out, going to Yankee Stadium. Are you a guy that's out on the bench for every pitch?
Yeah, I sat up in the clubhouse for 3 outs last night.
Three outs?
Yeah. That was the inning we scored all the runs, too, so it might work.
All right.